Young Authors Mentorship Camp is to get children to become better writers. And in order to encourage children to actually appreciate education and the value of learning to write well, we have this added advantage for them. So we want to recognize and reward children who have put in a lot more. And that is the reason for the award. The children have written their pieces. They started out with an assessment at the beginning of the camp. From the assessment, we're able to know the levels they were working with, to know what they're able to do in their creative writing already. And with that, we're able to plan their individual learning activities based on where they are, to make sure that they're able to move from that point to another stage, a higher level. And that is what we've been doing this last 2 weeks. So we have various awards we'll be giving out this afternoon that recognizes children's efforts at different skills. Young Authors Mentorship Camp 2019, proud to be a star writer.
Kids are used to consuming what other people produce, but with this teaching them to write, then they will also be producing stuff for other people to read. It's an avenue for them to express themselves and share the minds of young people like themselves.
It's quite impressed. I didn't know my girls had the kind of skills they had, writing skills they had on them, and it's brought out their imaginative skills. So quite impressed with what they've done.
I'm proud of both of them, and I'm also excited that they're actually being encouraged to do what they already loved doing. Because before enrolling them for the camp, they already started writing their own story, which was a bit of a drag, but after enrolling for this program, it's kind of like spurred them on to just keep up writing, and I'm glad that their own individual stories actually are being awarded to be published, and I believe that this is just going to be a stepping stone for them to continue in their writing, and I'm excited that he's also encouraging their younger ones to also do same. So I'm glad I did enroll them for the program.
We've come to the final presentation. This is what this is all about. And for the best story writer, junior category, can we have the drums roll? Mo, the, O, Oluwa, Auntie Lola. A round of applause to her. Ladies Oluwa, Auntie Lola. Oluwa, Oluwa, Oluwa borí àríjẹ. They're keeping it in the family. They're keeping it in the family.
Okay, so my name is Selma Illams. I'm an on-air personality. What that means is that I speak over the airwaves. So you're either hearing me on the radio or you're watching me on television. But for now, I work on the radio. I work with Inspiration FM. So I want to say first of all that it's an honor to be in your presence. I have the honor of meeting, I think, 5 of you, or thereabouts, about 3 weeks ago, in the on-air book club show, which is one of the shows that I host, okay? I think that you're doing an amazing job. So I'm going to tell you what I enjoy about my job the most. So I work Monday to Friday. I host a number of shows, business shows, I meet celebrities, fitness shows. But of everything that I do, my favorite is the on-air book club. Why? Because it gives me the opportunity to explore. I see books, I read books. So if you ask me who I am a reader. But you see, I cannot survive without you. What would I be reading if none of others? I ask again, really, what would I be reading if I love to read so much, but nobody's writing, and I have nothing to read? It means I cannot survive. So I need you to keep writing. I need you to keep imagining. I need you to keep exploring your thoughts. A writer once said, my voice is so loud, people say I make a lot of noise. And I tell them, when I put my voice to pen, it's the loudest.
Whenever they want to read, you take time out to read with them, and you let them practice reading themselves. Whatever word they want to know, you tell them. The more you do that, the better they will get at it. It's very important. Read aloud session is good for children who are even older, but for those ones that are even just starting out at the preschool level, it's very important. It is, in fact, I tell parents it is mandatory. You find time every day after work to read a book with your child. Before you know it, that child is You start on a Monday, you pick a particular book, pick the appropriate book. You open the page and the child starts to read. There are some words that will be new to the child. The minute the child is reading and is not able to say the word, tell the child the word and let the child have a look at it. The next time you're going to read it, so you pick a book for a week and you begin to repeat it every day. The next time the child is going to repeat it, those words won't be too unfamiliar to them. And if you pick another book that has those words, you will have been able to achieve that. So as a parent, the results that you want is directly proportional to the effort you put into it. Everybody can become good. Every child can write better. Every child can become a great reader if we as parents can put in the extra time.
He's going to be reading out words for you.
They will be presenting to you the elements of a story. Who knows the writing process? We know the writing process. First step, brainstorm. Second step, writing down. Third step, make it better. Fourth step, edit your work. And final step, publishing. So who knows the writing process? We know the writing process.
Before long, we had child authors. It didn't come overnight. Writing is a skill that comes with practice. Practice does make perfect. And so you will not expect your children to be writing immediately after this camp. To say, okay, they become child authors overnight. It's not possible. Because it's a skill that you need to develop. Now, when they do watch television, you can, as a parent, ask them to go write about it. And they can start from what they have been taught and put it into practice. So that's how to get them to use too much television time to become better authors. We pray and hope that they don't drop this skill. Because if you drop a skill, you don't oil the engine, it goes rusty. So encourage your children to keep on practicing, keep on writing, and before you know it, they will be great authors.
My perspective is about reading. I think we should encourage our children to read and develop their vocabulary. It helps them imagine. It takes them to places where they haven't been. It focuses them. And now that it has so many examples about child authors, it will encourage them to write as well. But please, this is where you notice that they have an interest in the area, so that it's not frustrating for them.
This is what C attributes A, and D. And now is the name of anything as which uniform order. I doesn't tell the kind of noun and number that huge or brown. Instead of now, the pronoun stand, have go, teach, get your hand, my best tell of what to be done, to clap, dance, hop or run. How things are done, the adjective as quietly, hardly, either word. Conjunction, join words together as boys and girls, birds and feathers. The focus are called the nine of the speak, read, reading, writing, speaking, teach.
I know everybody knows Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank is one of the leading organizations in Nigeria. We have about 170 branches across the nation. So our commitment as a bank is to to impact at the education sector. Honestly, it's not only at the education sector. The focus of the bank is on the 5 sectors. So we talk about the health, we talk about the education, the agri sector, the renewable energy, and the transport. These are sectors that we are aware that it impacts every individual in Nigeria. So, but I represent the education sector, and the education sector is a sector that was set to actually provide initiatives that enhance education in Nigeria. So, what is money? What is money? I have gifts for everyone, so you can answer my questions. Trust me, I will give you something.
Money is something people agree on as a means of exchange.
Brilliant, please clap for me. And also, you must learn to save before you spend. So if any money comes in, you must save from it, then start spending. You don't spend anything of saving. So those are the principles of financial literacy.
I'm reading Peter's grade 4 by Jala Fabula. There was a tortoise named Peter. Peter was an envious, ugly, and small tortoise. Peter does not have many friends because he is a consultant to tortoise. But he had a good friend named Frank. Frank is a handsome and big bird. Frank flies. Peter the tortoise loves to watch Frank fly. Frank flies fast and beautifully every time. He takes off the sky. Peter wishes he could fly. On their way to the sky, Peter was bragging with excitement. But this king was unfortunate. He had no female child in his household. After marrying 6 wives, it got to an extent he wanted to take his eldest son, Okoli, the title, and go against Allah. Okoli was feeling proud and started treating his siblings poorly, but because he was going to be king. Okoli was feeling proud and started treating his siblings poorly just because he was going to be king. One fateful day, the king's sister Kansi, a light in complexion woman, gave birth to a bouncy baby girl. The king was so elated that he asked his sister if he could adopt her child. Kansi agreed, but she said, "My dear brother, I know how much you wanted a female child. I will allow you to adopt her, but the naming ceremony has to take place." The king was so enthusiastic and decided to tell everyone in Okuma. The people were pleased to hear that they had a new head to their people. If you want to know more about this group, please watch out for the battle for Okuma land. Thank you. Now I'm about to read a book titled The Attacker by Ariel Offo. Long ago, there lived a young boy named Jake. Jake is a boy that goes to Hillington's High School. Has 2 friends named Tope and Emmanuel. Tope is a boy with shaggy hair, while Emmanuel is a tall boy with curly hair. They are the supporters and friends of Jake. There is a big bully in the school named Paul, and this boy named Paul used to be Jake's friend when they were little. Suddenly, something happened. Paul, who used to be Jake's friend, became enemies with him just because he chose to become friends with Emmanuel and act of faith. Thank you. If you want to know more about the attacker, please visit the exhibition stand. My name is Oluwalula Shelosin. I am 8 years old and I attend learning place. My name is Ogechuka Ogechuku. I am 10 years old and I am a student of Corona School Bagada.
My name is Bola Oluwadira Shaolu. I am 8 years old and I attend Corona School Bagada.
My name is Oluwadara Shimifakai and I am 9 years old. I am a pupil of Corona School Ukraine.
My name is Nala Fisher. I am 10 years old and I am a pupil of Corona School Education.
The first thing you have to do when you want to write a book is to brainstorm. You have to think of something to write. And the second part is to revise, so that if you make a mistake in the spelling or there were no punctuations, you must revise and put them back the correct way.
I first had to find out my characters, my setting, my plot, and all that. After that, I wrote the book and then I edited it.
First of all, I had to create my characters, settings, all the elements of the story. And then I had to plan on what the plot would be of the story. And then I started to do my first draft, second draft, and then my final draft before the book was published. Thank you.
Writing my story wasn't easy. First I had to brainstorm, go over it and different things like that. But then I wrote a story. But I didn't like it because I didn't think it expressed me and other people. So I started to brainstorm again. And now I'm in the Butterfly series and in the book Dream World.
First of all, you need to start with your 5 writing processes. The first one is pre-writing. Pre-writing is when you think of what you want to write. The next one is drafting. Drafting is making your ideas. The third one is revision.
Oh, so far so good. They find it very interesting, very fun. In short, the other one 2 days ago, he was sick. He was very bitter that he didn't stand the camp. But at the same time, I had to encourage him. And today, he's here, healthy.
The Young Authors Mentorship Camp is a program that was put together by Jordan Hill and Corona School Trust Council to get children excited about writing. Having worked in the classroom for some years, I realized that children naturally did not yet to write things. And usually for those that even write, they probably would write like 5 lines or 6 lines and tell you they're done. But in actual fact, writing is a skill that is much needed even as an adult. I've had the opportunity to, I've had the chance to employ quite a couple of young graduates right now. And I'm personally not impressed with what is happening in our nation. And so Young Authors Club and Young Authors Mentorship Camp and all that we do at Jordan is actually to help to bridge the gap in that instance, to get children excited about writing, because believe me, they can get it right from this at this early age. As they grow older, they will use it, they will work with it, and they will stay with it. By the time they get into the university, which I often say, you don't learn how to write at the university level, except you're studying English or studying mass communication or something like that. If you're studying accounting or medicine or something, they don't teach you how to write. So if you don't get it right when you're young, then you have a talent when you now come out of the university. And we don't want that to happen. So this is our way of getting them excited about it and getting into it. A lot of them started out with, on what they've been able to do well and what they should work on when they're engaging in another writing activity. That way we can be sure that in the next couple of years, they will still keep doing that.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Eze, our author mama.
I feel very happy winning. Elena and the house are friends. They're helpful. People is helping animal. A hero in my story. I feel happy and surprised. The name of my book is The Moonstones. It's about a wolf. It's about a wolf who finds this stone, and then when she touches it, she gets powers. Then her brother gets jealous and decides to try and get rid of her and get the stone for himself. You can do anything if you put your mind in it. I feel excited, happy. I was very surprised, and without my mom, I wouldn't have got this award, because I was saying I don't want to. I thought it was only 1 week. Then my mom said we have to do like 2 weeks. So I was very surprised about this. But since I listened to my mom, I was able to get this award. The name of my book is The Battle for Truth, and the lesson is not good to fight, and it's always good to learn that the small can do the big.
It's reading and writing is one, they are the skills, they are the first skills that children need to excel in everything that they do. And once children can read, once they learn to read and read wide and write well, they will be able to do almost anything. It's the basic skills that you need to excel in whatever you do. And so we decided to partner with Jordan Hill to help us, and give children a platform for reading and writing.
As a parent, it means a lot to me that all effort that you're putting on your children, you're seeing the reward. You're seeing the fact that your children are actually facing, or your child, in this case, Jadel, is actually pursuing the path of destiny that she has chosen. So it means a lot to me.
It's amazing when children start to read very early. I think it's a very good, healthy habit, which then fosters their ability to write and even to speak.
I'm really excited to win this award, and I hope that in the future I could do better and more than I've already achieved today.
I feel happy winning this book, but at the same time I'm not really surprised, because I've always had a dream of being an author one day, and the book I wrote was based on science and technology, which is what I want to be when I grow up. That's why I decided to write a book on it. The name of my book is Escape from Planet Earth, and it's a book about the ozone layer. Because of pollution nowadays, the ozone layer is depleting. So a man wants all the people in the world to move to another planet, and she successfully does it.
Corona Schools is all about quality education, world-class education, the total child development and education. So obviously that involves writing, reading and speaking skills. Therefore, we are very proud to associate with Jordan Hill. This is one of our very passionate areas as education providers, and it's important for us in our schools that our children are exposed to best practices in learning to read, learning to write, and confidence with public speaking.
We've had a camp for 2 weeks teaching children and put them through the writing process, and at the end it is very, very key for us to show them that support that they need, that we believe in what they are doing and they can get better. And that is why we have had these awards to celebrate them in different areas, in different skills they have showed that they can get better. Selection process is very, very key, very, very sensitive, and very, very professional. We get external people, teachers, educators to mark their scripts, and it is sent out to them without their names on it except their registration numbers. And what they do is, with the rubrics we've created to assess it, they work with it and they give us back the reports with all the grading and all that. So it's very, very objective. No name is passed to anybody. So and then with the teachers, with the mentors at Jordan, we don't partake in marking. So it doesn't get you don't get too attached to a particular child that you've worked with and you wish this child should win. So it's very, very objective. And once it comes back, it's clean. And what happens? The best in each category gets it, and we all celebrate them.
My book is about this girl who has to choose between being queen or killing her lover, and yes, that's what it's basically about. It makes me really happy because at first I didn't think I'll win it, because my story was really good, but it was really short, so I thought I probably won't win it. And when my teacher was always shouting at me about my work, but so I thought I won't win it, but at the end of the day I did, and I'm happy about that.
The name of my book is The Princess and the Troll, and it is about a queen who gets lost in the forest and is found by a troll who asks for her child in return, and she agrees, but the troll is captured and doesn't get the child. Then the child is kidnapped, and question is asked who kidnaps her. Lesson is not to get revenge.
The name of my book is Mobla and the Spider. It's about a witch named Mobla and a spider named Answer. Mobla was very wicked, while Answer was as timid, lonely and timid. The lesson about my book is that you should not be selfish and wicked.
I feel I'm like a very proud parent. It's been a lot of hard work, sleepless nights, days, nights, making sure that the children come out well, and I'm very, very proud of them. Jordan Hill has been able to nurture these children to bring out their hidden talent. A lot of children nowadays don't like reading. They rather watch cartoons and watch TV. But Jordan Hill has been able to make reading very interesting for them, making them see the joy in reading and writing, and they've been doing that very well.
Kids are used to consuming what other people produce. But with this teaching them to write, then they will also be producing stuff for other people to read. It's an avenue for them to express themselves.